So it was crazy. It was unbelievable. But he made $1 million. He sold like 150,000 pay-per-view events at like $50 or something psycho like that. So everybody made money. So then now Dave puts up in the contract where you can't throw the fight. You know, you can't fix it. It's got to be a real fucking fight. But so on Friday, he's the main event. And then the second main event is this girl, Alex Bennett, that works at Barstool Tools. She's a sweetheart. Her and her mother have a podcast together, and she also has a couple of podcasts with a couple of other people. This great woman called Jordan Woodruff. They do a great thing together. And she's amazing. She's drop dead gorgeous, the sweetest woman in the world. Her husband's father owns the Oklahoma City Thunder. So no one even knew that. She's working at Barstool. Everybody thinks she's like, you know, a grinder. Meanwhile, she's a fucking billionaire. But so she's fighting. She never fought in her fucking life. She never fought, but she's been fucking training like an animal. So those are the two main events. And then you have like 3 midgets fighting, 3 men midgets. And then you have girl midgets. And then you just have crazy people because it's only
crazy
3 1.
People.
No, they're crazy. 3 1-minute rounds. You go all out. I was supposed to fight 2018. I was the headliner on my birthday, January 31st in Miami, when the Super Bowl was in Miami. I'm training. I'm going to be the main event. I'm easily going to make between $250,000 to $500,000 because the deal then was I got a piece of the pay-per-view, a big chunk, and I moved the needle. Similarly, you move the fucking needle. Doesn't matter what you do. You could be taking a shit in a corner, taking a piss in front of everybody. The needle moved. Joey Diaz moves the fucking needle.
Let's
go! One moves the needle. You know what I'm saying? You move the fucking needle, baby. You know what I'm saying? Clits stand up at attention. Fucking little nipples get fucking hot. You move the fucking needle. Men, women, children, dead people come out of the grave. Well, I move the needle. So I'm training like a fucking animal. Training, throw a punch, I tear my fucking bicep. From here, it comes up to here. Fucking done. So wait. Hey, Dave, what's the compensation? Dick. No, what? You don't pay for the operation. Nothing. Hey, Stu, it's the fucking fight game. It's brutal. So I made nothing. So I get the operation. Not only this, the operation doesn't go good. I'm in a fucking brace for 9 months because my hand was like locked in like this. I had to wear a brace to open my hand up for 5 hours a day. For 9 months, hell. I wanted to kill myself. And, you know, I said, Dave, no compensation. He's like, hey, Stu, tough break. Tough break. And that's the truth. That's the fight game. It's a tough fucking break. Just like, you know, these UFC guys. They fight, they grind. You get fucking hurt, your career's over before you made the big money. Hey, that's the fucking way it is. You know, Dave says, hey, Stu, I gave you an opportunity to make $250,000 to $500,000 if you didn't get hurt. That's the positive. The negative is you're 57 and a fat fucking slob and you got fucking hurt. Big deal. Hey, it's over. You know, just like fucking Daniel White says, hey, I give you the platform. You think I'm underpaying you? Where the fuck can you have a shot to have your fucking face in front of the fucking world, motherfucker? Grind it out. You stay healthy and make it. So now I'm a manager. You know, I'm a manager, so I don't know, like I'm gonna, like our theme song to walk out for the fight is Hulk Hogan. So after we're done with this, I'm going to Party City, I'm getting a Hulk Hogan costume. And I'm gonna come out as Hulk Hogan screaming and yelling and then hyping the place up. And then it's so much fun. You gotta come to the next one. Obviously, you're going away. I think you're going to the North Carolina or something on vacation, right? Okay, so the next one I think is in November or something, but it is so wild. It is so, it's crazy. It's like WWE or WWF wrestling, but real. Because
but they don't do them in Jersey and nothing like that, Long Island. The laws, state laws.
Right.
Or something.
They haven't passed. They won't allow it yet, but eventually they will. They won't allow it. Correct. But eventually they allowed one in Providence, Rhode Island, which is the closest to Boston, and most of them are in West Virginia. Huntington, West Virginia, all these towns in West Virginia. So Huntington is right where the University Marshall is. So Marshall University, the college where that plane went down and killed like 200 people and the whole football team was wiped out. Yeah. So in other words, and then Matthew McConaughey made the movie about it. So that's what's going on now. So I'm so psyched, So what I do every day right now is I grind out with my voice. I do what's called these STU FEINER shout outs. Whether it's your birthday, anniversary, bachelor party, you want to motherfuck somebody to death, or I read the fantasy football lineup. I pick the order, and then I read it, and then they give me some bullet points, and I torch the fucking people. And so I'm doing between 7 to 20 a day, diving off my fucking diving board. It's 125 if I sit on the board and read it. 175 if I dive in the fucking pool. But this is like I'm writing like 10,000 a week.
Yeah, it's like a part-time job.
3 to 4 minute pitch. So I have no voice. At the end of the day, I'm spraying my voice. I'm trying to figure, I'm over a hot like vapor thing, doing this fixed vapor run. I'm running it. My greatest fear is to wake up with no fucking voice because I'm done, like tits on a bowl. I'm useless. My dick right now, since I lost like a little bit, because I measure it because I'm a stupid fucking, I'm a psycho, is 6 1/8. When I was super fat, it was 5 7/8. So I've gained like a quarter inch. Quarter inch works, baby, whatever, every little quarter inch works when you only got that, and then if they need more than 6 1/8 inch, I got 2 fucking fists, motherfucker. These fists going, look, fucking fist, fuck you. That's what I fucking do. And if the fists don't work, I carry a 12-inch vibrator with my face on the end. My tongue goes, it hits that fucking clitoris, or I swallow pink champagne, put it in my mouth, go down, eat the pussy, and these little bubbles go, blah, 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 and they hit the clitoris that stands at attention, and they go, stew, stew, stew. I love you. I never felt like this. Now I know what I've been missing. I'm like, tell me something you don't know, you bitch. And that's really how we roll. So I'm
Stu, I gotta ask
excited.
you something, brother. I am fucking excited when I talk.
I'm
I gotta
excited.
ask you something. We're both around the same age. We grew up in the city when the city was the city. We grew up in this world when this world was easy to explain to people. Now it's a hard world to explain to people. And it's kind of weird for guys like you and I. And I'm asking you this just out as a concern, not because I don't give a fuck. And I could see, obviously, you don't give a fuck. Do you ever have any thoughts of somebody might raise their hand and go, what the fuck is Stu and Joey Diaz doing on the podcast? They're older gentlemen. They're out there yelling about you got to eat somebody's pussy and you got to finger bang them or midgets. I don't give a fuck. You and I come from a time that I understand that it's, listen, a lot of BLM, a lot of all this stuff. I get it. But I can't stop saying the word faggot. Because I've been saying it for 30 years, 40, 50 years, and now you want to change the rules. So there's all these rules that are coming up, by who's over there looking at you? Your son is over there.
No, it's good.
I don't give a fuck. I want him to say hello. But it's so weird how, do you have any fear of this, that somebody's going to call Barstool and go, what this guy yelling about? Because I love you. I love it. But in today's world, but I also feel that there's 3 people that you can't cancel, and that's me, you, and Pete Rose, because we're going to tell you to suck our dick, okay? Well, I refuse to let somebody judge me that's not a fucking judge. And I'm talking about the judge that put his hand on the chick's mouth. He's a 20th Circuit, whatever the fuck he is, Supreme Court Justice. In my world, if he tells me to get off the internet, I will listen. I fucked up. But nobody got the right to fucking say, Stu Feiner, we got to get him off. I put a minute on. I got offended. How do you feel about this, Stu?
Well, I mean, obviously, Dave Portnoy loves me and unconditionally has my back. Barring me going off the rails where I would hurt the company, I can get away with murder. I'm almost untouchable. You know what I mean? I'm uncancelable.
We're all the same.
But that's not the case on Twitter or on Instagram or on Facebook or on Snapchat. Let me give you a perfect example. It's so amazing you said this. Perfect example. Saturday, my buddy buys a breathtaking car, brand new, refurbishes like a 1957 old school breathtaking car. Buys the car for 20, puts 30 into the car. Okay. He puts the car online. And I look at the car, and my exact comment right to him, right under it is, I want to fuck you and eat your ass in that car. Immediately, Facebook suspends me. I cannot post for 3 days, and now for the next 30 days, well, now it's the next 27 days, they put my feed at the bottom of everybody's post. So in other words, I have to adjust because I do not want, like, they've pulled down my Twitter twice already with 100 and some odd thousand followers. I'm shadow banned everywhere. Like, I should have 1 million to 2 million followers on Instagram and Twitter. But similar to what you're saying, because of my sexual content, because of the rage I come at people, which absolutely can be misviewed as being a psycho, as threatening somebody, as being in someone's face. They don't get my intent. They don't know my intent, nor do they care. They just blatantly do it. So I have to be extremely, extremely careful to not be taking off Twitter or Instagram or Facebook or Snapchat. I just gave you a perfect example. Now I'm restricted. I'm shadow banned where I do not go into people's feeds. Like my content, a lot of times, unless you actually come to my page and click, my stuff does not pop up in people's feeds. So they what's called shadow banned me. They always have. They always did. Like my key saying is, "I will kill your bookmaker." That doesn't work no more. Can't say it because the word kill they're taking literally, where I don't mean it literally. I mean it figuratively. You know, I will win money for the client and hurt the bookmaker, and that's a euphemism for kill. Can't use the word kill no more. Even my 15-15-30, where I think on the prior podcast I told you I created the perfect hour of sex: 15 minutes eating ass, 15 minutes licking clit, 30 minutes fucking. You can't hold your load, bring a vibrator. I can't get away with that no more. You can't say it. People cannot say it online, cannot say it because, again, I don't even know it, but they shadow ban everything. What happened with Dave Portnoy, where he got accused by these business insiders, these low-life piece of shit scumbags, accused him of stuff that they were patently false. It was not true. He's suing them, but now his feed does not go into your feed. He's shadow banned now. So in other words, when you say to me, do I give a fuck? Will it change me? No, but I have to be careful with what I say. I literally have to be careful because my message won't get out. As it is, my message doesn't get out. I'm only in like 11% of people's feeds. So it does suck. But when you say that to me, you know, I understand what you're coming from because the content is you're saying it to your asshole buddy. You know, just like Joe said, hey, I want to call somebody that because it's his fucking birthday. You know, I love the guy.